fellow Schneider drivers, Friendly Bill coming at you. It's going to be a quick video. I just want to talk about home time, getting home on time, and Schneider's ability and willingness to do that. My experience is that Schneider is very good about getting one home on time for home time. And I can give you a few examples of this. For instance, today, I am here in Toledo, Oregon at the Georgia Pacific. It's a logging outfit. And I know a lot of Schneider drivers get loads out of here because I see them every day. So you come in, you drop your load, you pick up your load, etc., etc. It's a logging community. The town is actually pretty cool, and there's a good restaurant up on the hill. It's within walking distance, called Timbers, and they have great biscuits and gravy. But that being said, home time. I am scheduled to be home on the 28th, and it looks like if everything goes okay, I will be actually I'll be able to get home on the 27th. So I am getting home on time this time. There have been times when it's rare that something happens to the load, whether it's overweight or it's not ready or something like that, where or my hours work out to where it just so happens that I can't get home on time. But it's very close. It's the day after, or at the most that it's ever been was 2 days, and it only happened one time. It was 2 days late. But they are very good about getting people home on time. And there was one time, this was about a year ago, where I was due home like on, I think it was like April 30th or something. I was due home on April 30th, and it was April 29th, and I was all the way down in Las Vegas, Nevada. And home time for me, I go to Portland. Portland isn't my home, but that's where I take the truck, and then I drive to Washington State in my personal vehicle. And anyway, so I'm on the phone. I'm like, oh man, I really need to get home. What's going on? And they got me a flight. So I got an Uber to the airport. I got a flight. They paid for it. So in extreme instances, they will pay for flights for people to get home on time. So, I know some drivers, it's a big problem getting home on time. And some companies, it's not necessarily their fault, but see, Schneider has so many loads and is such a big company that they have the ability to get your truck to places that you need to be, whether you're relaying a load, or whether you're dropping it off at a drop lot or at a Schneider OC. They have a lot of variety in their loads, in their locations, so it's easier for them to get you home on time. And to me, home time is probably the #1 factor for a company that I work for. Some people, the #1 factor is money. Some people, the #1 factor is, insurance or locality, this or that. For me, home time is #1. And the reason home time is #1 for me is because I do have kids. Myself and my ex-wife have joint custody. We do have a parenting plan per our divorce, which means that I have a contract that I have the kids for a certain number of days, and to me that is my priority. That's the most important thing in life to me, and that's really all that matters to me, is that home time with the kids. So my home time is absolutely the most important thing to me. So the fact that Schneider really does try their best to get me home on time is of huge importance to me. They have getting me flights home. They have rented me cars so I could drive to where I needed to be, and they pay for all that. I always get the feeling that they're trying their best. I never get the feeling that they just don't give a darn. And I know for some drivers this is a huge problem. Their company doesn't get them home on time. It isn't a priority to the company to get them home on time, you know, and to me it's the most important thing. So, you know, if getting home on time is really important to you, then I think Schneider may be an option. But a lot of that also has to do with where is your home. You know, if your home is, you know, 300 miles away from the closest OC, it might be an issue. If your home is like in the middle of Wyoming, or if your home is like in the, you know, in the dead center of Iowa, you know, somewhere where there's not much freight, it can be a bigger issue. Now, like I said, my home OC is Portland. There's a lot of loads going up and down the West Coast, from Portland to Los Angeles to Las Vegas to Phoenix. You know, there's a lot of loads going up and down the West Coast. So, you know, I think there's a lot of opportunity to get home on time. So, you know, you have to kind of make decisions. You know, maybe there's a trucking company that's closer to home that might work out. You may want to look into that. But I know for me that home time is the #1 priority, and it's not because I go home and, you know, it's not, to me it's not so much, you know, I don't go home and, you know, sit on the couch and drink beer and, you know, and watch TV and sleep and stuff like that. It's not really that situation. For me, it's kid time. You know, it's my time to be with the kids, and we do whatever the kids want to do. You know, we're very active. I like to do a lot of hiking. We'll go fishing and camping, and we do a lot of stuff with that time. So to me, the home time is the most important thing. Now, probably the second most important thing is, you know, having loads and being busy and working. You know, some guys will take more money per mile, but they're not doing very many loads, and they're actually doing less work, which actually, they're getting paid more per mile, but they're not getting as many miles. So they're actually making the same amount or less amount of money. Now, to me, you know, I'd rather have a lot of miles and guaranteed money. The guarantee money to me is more important than the maybe potentially make a little more money. That's not, to me, the guaranteed money is more important than the potential to make a little more money. And some of you may say, that's crazy talk, you know, but, you know, I'm paying child support, and, you know, I don't want to risk not being able to take care of my financial duties. So, you know, guaranteed money is more important than potential money. And, you know, the old saying is, a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. Well, that's basically, you know, the 2 that's in that bush, you may get them, you may not. But you have the 1 in the hand, and that's a guarantee. So, you know, you got to think about that. I know many of you are wondering what the heck is up with these glasses. I got these awesome glasses at a Pilot in Phoenix, Arizona, and you know, life can be tough. Truck driving can be tough. It can be hard work. It can be boring sometimes. I don't get bored, but some people think it's boring. You know, it can be lonely. And I like to find joy in simple things. A good meal, good sleep, a sunset. You know, I don't want to sound too corny here, but, you know, stuff like that. And when I saw these glasses, I just thought, yeah, that's gonna, and I'm happy with them. You know, they're a little bit silly, but, you know, life doesn't always have to be serious. And just because I'm a truck driver doesn't mean I'm, you know, grumpy, angry, redneck, tough guy. You know, maybe I'm just a nice guy that drives a truck. Anyway, home time. I hope you get home. I hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Friendly Bill. Catch you on the flip side.